Welcome to America Reads Fun Learning Activities. We are college students who create learning activities for kids. Our fun activities are focused on reading, writing, and math. Thank you for joining me to learn today. My name is Zoe, and in today's video, we're going to be focused on reading and retelling a story in groups. Welcome to today's activity. In today's activity, you're going to be taking turns with your peers reading lines of a story, and then you will take turns retelling what you read. But before we get into today's activity, let's look through some examples and tips of how to take turns reading in a group and how to retell a story in your own words. Tip number 1 is that when it is your turn to read aloud, make sure you speak clearly and loud enough for your peers to hear. If you do not know how to say a word, sound it out by clapping your hands or asking an adult how to say it. Tip number 2 is that when other students are reading aloud, pay attention. Use your ears to listen and your eyes to look at them, and be sure to wait to talk until it is your turn to read. So some bad examples of reading aloud are sleeping while a student is talking or reading, speaking too quietly or whispering so that others can't hear you, or leaving out details when retelling a story so that you don't know what happened in the story. Now, let's finally get into today's activity. In today's activity, you're going to have 3 group members. Students will only read the lines that are highlighted in their color. Ask an adult or fellow students to be your group members and to read the story with you. The first group member's lines will be highlighted in blue. The second group member's lines will be highlighted in pink. The third group member's lines will be highlighted in yellow, and your lines will be highlighted in green. So, today's story is Goldilocks and the 3 Bears. First, I will read the entire story, and then you can pause the video to take turns with your peers reading your lines. Let's get started. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Goldilocks. She went for a walk in the forest. Pretty soon, she came upon a house. She knocked, and when no one answered, she walked right in. At the table in the kitchen, there were 3 bowls of porridge. Goldilocks was hungry. She tasted the porridge from the first bowl. "This porridge is too hot," she exclaimed. So she tasted porridge from the second bowl. "This porridge is too cold," she said. So she tasted the last bowl of porridge. "Ah, this porridge is just right," she said happily, and she ate it all up. After she'd eaten the 3 Bears' breakfast, she decided she was feeling a bit tired. So she walked into the living room where she saw 3 chairs. Goldilocks sat in the first chair to rest. "This chair is too big," she exclaimed. So she sat in the second chair. "This chair is too big too," she whined. So she sat in the last and smallest chair. "Ah, this chair is just right," she sighed. But just as she settled down into the chair to rest, it broke into pieces. Goldilocks was very tired by this time. She went upstairs to the bedroom. She lay down in the first bed, but it was too hard. Then she lay down in the second bed, but it was too soft. Then she lay down in the third bed, and it was just right. Goldilocks fell asleep. As she was sleeping, the 3 Bears came home. "Someone's been eating my porridge," growled the Papa Bear. "Someone's been eating my porridge," said the Mama Bear. "Someone's been eating my porridge and they ate it all up," cried the Baby Bear. "Someone's been sitting in my chair," growled the Papa Bear. "Someone's been sitting in my chair," said the Mama Bear. "Someone's been sitting in my chair and they've broken it into pieces," cried the Baby Bear. They decided to look around some more, and when they got upstairs to the bedroom, Papa Bear growled. "Someone's been sleeping in my bed." "Someone's been sleeping in my bed too," said the Mama Bear. "Someone's been sleeping in my bed and she's still there," exclaimed the Baby Bear. Just then, Goldilocks woke up. She saw the 3 Bears and she screamed, "Help!" And she jumped and ran out of the room. Goldilocks ran down the stairs, opened the door, and ran away into the forest. She never returned to the home of the 3 Bears. Okay, now that we're finished reading, you can pause the video and read with your peers and continue the video when you are finished. Now we're going to be retelling the story. Some tips to remember while retelling your story is to write it in your own words. When you retell the story, make sure you write down what happened in your own words and make sure you're not copying the author's same words. Second is when you retell the story, make sure you retell it in order of what happened. What happened first, in the middle, and last. Finally, make sure to include details such as how Goldilocks or the 3 Bears felt or what they ate Next, we're going to reveal what the 3 group members could have said and what you said while retelling the story. So now, this is Goldilocks and the 3 Bears retold. What the first group member could have said was Goldilocks and the 3 Bears is about a girl who sneaked into somebody else's house. Now this explanation is good, but they don't include details. What a second group member could have said is Goldilocks and the 3 Bears is about a young girl, Goldilocks, who goes into a stranger's house, the 3 bears, and uses their things. This is a pretty good explanation. It doesn't go too much into detail, but it gives us enough information. What a third group member could have said was Goldilocks and the 3 Bears is about a girl who eats porridge. This is just one part of the story and doesn't really give us a good explanation. What did you write while retelling the story? Great job today, students. I hope you enjoyed today's activity. Thank you for joining me to learn today. I hope you come back and learn some more. Be sure to press the like button and subscribe to see more videos.